Yesterday, I had a podcast interview episode that I recorded with a woman from Serbia that I had never met before, who is a wonderful woman. She is a TEDx speaker, very successful businesswoman, and published author, world-renowned speaker, international, just genius. And I was honored to have her on my Seven-Figure Builder show. Very excited to chat with her. And it was really cool because we were able to connect and just chat like I always do in my podcast episodes. And at the end of the podcast, we just continued to chat, and it was just a very friendly chat. But at the end of the episode, she said to me, I've been on over 600, 700 different podcasts, and I have never had the experience that I've had on your podcast, where I have felt so much joy and happiness and depth that we reached topics and levels in the conversation of transparency that she never would have imagined and had no intentions of, but was just felt that comfortable and that connection with me, which was really, really awesome. And we were able to have just a very authentic chat. And it honestly brought tears to my eyes. The appreciation that she had for just that simple interview. It was an hour of my time and my give to her in my podcast episode. And I really enjoyed connecting with her, but it meant the world just to hear, she's been on countless podcasts through her career, and this really stood out to her as an experience that she'll never forget. So I just wanted to share that with you and encourage you that podcasting is a way to connect in a genuine way with people that you never would have the chance to connect with. And I've now built a relationship with this woman that we will continue. There are all sorts of collab opportunities that we talked about. She wants to have me on her podcast. She wants to do lots of things and work together, which was really exciting. But it's one of the many things that I love about podcasting is the doors that it opens and the connection that you get with people that you never would have had the opportunity to connect with before. So if you don't have a podcast for your business, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you do. And it's not that difficult to get it started. In fact, I had absolutely no idea when I was starting out back in January of 2023. I'm now have finished 100 episodes. I'm approaching my 100th episode in 1 year. Less than a year, I'll actually be probably about 130 by the end of the year, which is really awesome because that was a goal that I had set for myself of wanting to hit 100 episodes in the first year, which felt like a very lofty goal. And I'm going to blow it out of the water, which is really, really cool. So through that whole process, I started with not having a clue, and I now have it dialed into a well-oiled machine with my podcast, where it is the easiest process in my entire business. And I've built an end-to-end automated system, which has made it that easy, which I can offer for my clients. And it has transformed how I've done my podcast. It's so simple, where people just book very easily. I'm able to call out my dream clients and my dream people that I want to connect with. Very simply, I can tell you exactly where they are, exactly the words to say, to be able to call out the people that you want to connect with. And you just check it off and say, yes, I want them on my show. And from there, the whole automation kicks off to tell them exactly what to do, when to show up, to follow up with them, to give them, to collect their feedback, their testimonials, their referrals, the link to the episode, asking for reviews on the podcast channels, like the whole thing. It just is seamless, and then flows seamlessly to my VA that works with me and does the editing for me so that goes up seamlessly as well. It's so simple, and it just is transformational in what it has done in my business and the connections and the authentic relationships that I've built with people all around the world on a daily basis. And I went from not having a clue of what I was doing to doing up to 3 episodes per day with my podcast, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend that you have to do because it's a lot, but I love it. And it just is so easy and natural and authentic. And so it just is very easy. So I'm very happy to do it. And I have met some absolutely incredible people through my podcasting journey. And I would encourage you that, again, if you don't have a podcast, it will transform your business. It will give you credibility, authority. It'll give you SEO perks that you'll never believe, where, when you go in and type in your name, the entire Google will show up with your content. And so other people will see the same thing. So they don't have to hunt for you. You'll become a known authority in your subject matter, and you'll have a unlimited content, which is the other benefit that I absolutely love of being able to repurpose the content. You can take one podcast episode, one video, turn it into easily 20 different pieces of content without having to do much of anything. And there's a whole monetization framework that I can teach you as well to be able to take those initial relationships that you're pulling out your dream leads and the dream people that you want to connect with and build that relationship to be able to turn it into monetization, where you don't need a big following, you don't need sponsorship, you don't need ads, you don't need any of that. So from basically day one, you can be able to monetize your podcast and be able to take advantage of the energy that you're putting into it and have it be a very strategic part of your business. So if you don't have one, I highly recommend that you do. It's very easy to get it started. And the key is just beginning to think about who are your dream clients? Who are the people that you are called to serve? And getting a very clear picture of who they are in your mind so that you know the things that they care about. And then connecting your podcast to those things that they care about. So I frame my entire 7-Figure Builder show for my dream clients. Everything about my show is for my dream clients. Every guest that I have on, every topic that we talk about, the people that I have on the show is geared for my dream clients. Okay. And that's really critical because you're focusing everything that you do for your dream clients, attracting them into your world and building a relationship, not just on the guests that you have, but the audience that you're gathering. And you're becoming an authority in front of your dream clients, right? So they will naturally start to look to you for expertise. And as you're building that authority and credibility, you will naturally elevate your business and elevate your position of authority by having a podcast. So again, I highly recommend it. If you don't already, definitely think about what you want to have as the topics of your podcast. Like, what is the basic thread? And again, you start with who is your dream audience? What are the things that they care about? And then those are the topics and the thread that you have so that you have that direct connection to your dream clients. So if you feel like you're struggling with this or you want to take it a step deeper, drop podcast in the comments. You can send me a DM directly, and I would be happy to work with you on this. I have a fully automated system, which again, it makes it so incredibly easy for you to do the end-to-end management. You don't need to engage additional teams or other systems or, duct tape things together. It just makes it super easy. So if you feel like this would be something that could help you, something you've thought about and wanted to do for this coming year, drop podcast in the comments, send me a DM, and I'd be happy to connect with you and just simplify things and help you connect those dots from who are your dream clients and how can your podcast best help you leverage them. I'll teach you my monetization framework. And so you have that full picture end to end, and you'll have the system underlying that makes it super easy for you. So drop podcast in the DMs. I would love to chat with you, and I hope you have a beautiful day.